Hey everybody, this is Steve with my audio stuff, and I thought I would show you really what I consider to be another another component in my stereo system that I think is worthy of mention from about 1991. This is the Realistic or Radio Shack Lab 2200 turntable, so you can read it right there. And this is a linear drive turntable, so the tone arm goes across the record at, what is it, a right angle? So in other words, the tone arm or the needle tracks the record in the same way that the original metal mother that all of these are made off of, or lacquer or whatnot, was cut at. And practically speaking, what that means really, when you listen to it, is that you'll get better stereo separation. And when you get to the inner grooves, which on most records are pretty crappy because of the amount of curvature of the record, providing that your record is in good shape, this thing will play them better than a standard turntable with a standard tone arm that is not linear tracking. So that's the basic advantage, practically speaking, of linear tracking turntables. If there's one thing I can say about this particular turntable, it's that it's engineered where it needs to be engineered. What I mean by that is it has the linear tracking device on it and the computerized software or firmware in it that allows that arm to track in a very precise fashion. It also will automatically determine which type of records you've put in this, whether they're 33s or 45s, and then adjust the arm and the speed accordingly. And it's also a quartz turntable, so the speed is regulated, and you can change the speed by going underneath here. And there's a little pitch wheel that you can turn, and then of course that'll adjust it on the strobe light so that you get 33 and a third or 45. Other things about it, it has a repeat button, so if you really like the record, you can press that and then it'll just play it over and over again. Q, and then front and back arrows, which lift the needle up and then allow it to track forward or back to play the selection you want, and then of course play, eject. This is a fully automatic turntable. The only thing I don't like about it, and I mean that, is the fact that it doesn't have a holder for the 45 RPM adapter. It plays 45s, but there is no place on this thing that actually you're able to put it into or things like that. And I don't know why that is. So I don't know, maybe that was a penny pinching measure or something. But anyway, so you keep your 45 RPM adapter outside, and then when you get 45s, like my Elvis Presley 45s, then you put that on and then you turn it on and it'll say, okay, 45 RPM. This is a little flaky with colored records. And what I mean by that, if you put not white, not red, if you put records that are clear, and there are a few that I have, then it isn't right. And that's why I have this little thing which I put over the light sensor and back, and then it'll play those. But if you play darker colored records, black, red, blue, then it plays them just fine. Another interesting thing about this is, even though this thing came from Radio Shack, it came with, and this is a factory cartridge. It's a Audio-Technica hyperelliptical or elliptical 3x7. That's the stylus dimensions on it. I'm not really a 2x7 fan. I don't think they play as well, to be truthful, as 3x7s. Maybe it's because 2x7 is more of a narrow needle design, and so it fits more snugly in the groove, and maybe that restricts movement. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't know if I have a lot of science behind what I'm saying here. But 3x7s are the sweet spot for me. And they play also, what were those records that RCA had? The Dynagroove records, I think, a little better, surprisingly. And that's just me saying that, than the real narrow 2x7s. But anyway, this is a 3x7 Audio-Technica moving magnetic cartridge. And it came with this particular turntable. Overall, this is engineered well. I recognize it's plastic, but it's lasted 30 years and it has nothing wrong with it. I play all of my records. I have numerous original master recordings from Mobile Fidelity Lab that I also play on this thing, and it plays them flawlessly. So if you're looking for a decent turntable that is engineered where it has to be engineered, then I recommend this. This is the Realistic Lab 2200. You can get these on eBay, probably $100. I don't know, maybe some oil here, maybe some adjustments there, and this thing is a decent turntable, I think, for many years to come. So this is Steve with my audio stuff. Check out my other site here, A Father's Devotions, and I do have a link on this particular YouTube channel. God bless you.